Shall we start?
Yes.
Hello, people. Welcome to the Foundation Infrastructure Working Group meeting. Let's see what I want. What do we have? We have new faces. Hi, Eli.
Ellie.
Ellie.
Yeah, hi, it's Ellie.
Hi. Okay, I just guessed something. So I'm assuming you're from SAP then, right? Behan knows you.
Yep.
Okay. Is there anything specific you want to discuss?
He's going to replace me.
I see. Okay. Then we can just start, I guess. And there's a pull request. So I think Connie didn't approve it. He just did. It looks good to me. Which
No,
he
you
did.
approved it.
Okay, he approved it. Okay, that's good. Yeah, I still think it's a bit risky. But it seems like enough people have looked at it, so it's fine. We'll find out. So this is because of Ali Cloud, right?
Well, we notice it with Ali Cloud, but it's also happening in other ISs. Basically, when you go through this setting, the disk IDs are mostly appended by something specific from the IS provider. So, like,
but it doesn't.
AWS has a vol.
But it doesn't. It should glob, right? So it will do some wildcard at the end.
It doesn't do a wildcard at all.
Oh.
That's why it wasn't.
Then it doesn't glob. Then it doesn't exact match.
Yes, but it is the fs.glob is basically it checks the everything, because we don't set anything. The device glob pattern doesn't have anything with a wildcard in it. So I tested this in the Go Playground, and I tried to. It only does wildcard when I add wildcard like a star or whatever.
But how is it like? What's the failure?
It always falls back, basically. So when it cannot find the ID, it falls back to the normal, which is flaky.
Yes, I see. Okay.
Yeah, this needs to be triggered by someone who has more vSphere.
Given that Joseph has looked at it and Connie has made the PR. And I think nobody in the open source cares much about vSphere, right? So
No.
let's see. We can just move ahead with this one.
2070. It's
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried to add the skip in Ginkgo, and I cannot get it to work. And I even now reverted to all the things, and I still get weird failures.
Okay, so something, so it doesn't make sense to merge, right?
No. Yesterday I had it like working like multiple times, like in a row, like the
Mhm.
whole day I tested, and it just worked because I was testing several things.
Mhm.
And now I don't know what happened. Maybe on my local system, or I don't know.
Let's see.
Yeah,
Yes.
just
I
waiting
think
on
we have
you.
some- Okay, yeah, we had internal discussion saying that, I mean, we cannot block the open source. It's the same change from an open source perspective, and we probably just have to do the work to make it backward compatible if we want, if we care internally.
Yeah, but
So
it's
in Opsman.
so it's easier for people who expect that value to just put the end value back instead of putting switches
Yes.
everywhere.
Yeah.
So yeah,
No reviews. Wait. Okay. So I will just approve it then. Someone else wants to review, then I think we can merge it.
I think it's already reviewed by
No,
people, right?
this is the first
Oh, no.
review.
Okay. Yeah, I can't review my own stuff, so
I know. Maybe Beyan wants to take a quick look at it. We can move ahead.
yeah, this is we just need to know from the
Yes, I will do.
from the foundation perspective if we are going to support ARM, yes or no. If so, then we need to
This is for a stem cell or what?
so
CLI.
this is a CLI, and there are multiple CLIs like what we have, like, right?
I mean, like from a CLI perspective, I think I'm fine with it. I mean, we're doing the same for the M1 or the Mac things, right?
Yeah.
Darwin. Here we already do Darwin
Hmm.
ARM, so I think we should then also do Linux.
Okay.
But like from a stem cell perspective, I don't want to do ARM.
No, I'm not going to create ARM. No.
No, like I'm saying that because we had like I think last week also some like internal request where someone's like, oh, why don't you just make an ARM stem cell and make everything work? No, because it's quite a lot of work. So like CLIs we can do, the server side rather not, or that should go through the TOC, I guess, if someone wants to really invest in that. Okay. I don't know if this stem cell or if this will work. If these are all the changes that are needed, or if there's more.
I don't know. I think this is all it because it's just a pipeline. But
Yeah.
yeah.
So he wasn't sure about what it is all, but he is building already ARM64 version and using it, so it seems to work.
Okay. Yeah, I don't see much trouble with the build target. It's more like I don't know if these are all the pipeline changes, but that's easier to find out when working on the pipeline, I guess. So in principle, I'm okay with this one.
But it doesn't need a specific ARM Docker file to create that CLI, right? It's just GoOS setting.
Yeah. It's just cross compiled like we do for. We also are not compiling the
For Mac.
the Mac OS one on Mac OS. Beyan, do you want to look at it, or shall I assign someone at random?
I can look into a change the pipelines. I'm not.
Yeah, I mean, okay, I will just pick someone at random.
I matched the other one.
Oh, that's
regarding
really.
the label on Google on GCP.
Oh. Wait, why am I getting two? Doesn't make sense. It should just add one person if there's already a review. I don't know. What's this? Fix a typo.
Yeah, merge. Just review.
Merge. Okay, let's see what we have here. A live disaster recovery strategy thing.
My understanding is that what's described shouldn't happen actually. I don't. Did they update the zone definition? Yes.
Or did they add a new zone? Would like to see some snippets actually of what the cloud config changes look like.
Well, maybe we can ask for snippets, yeah, because they said.
To my understanding, it's just what I told Ben like last week is that once you change an AZ or a subnet of the AZ, everything is going to be updated at some point.
It's only the subnet which is used for the other AZ. So it's our documentation also doesn't say anything that the unchanged AZ will be. And I have also something like that in mind. I also checked with Konstantin. He was experimenting a lot, and he said that the behavior shouldn't be like described in the issue.
Yeah, but maybe if they, for example, change, so they add like remove Z2 and add the Z3 by name, right? Add it as a name, then it will remove everything. So I'm wondering if they, so if they remove Z1 from the cloud config, it will do what it describes. What I would do is like update Z1, the cloud properties of Z1, right? So I'm wondering, did they update the cloud, only the cloud properties, or did they actually change the name?
He's saying below just the required subnet changes. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, that's why I want to see a snippet.
Yeah.
I don't fully, I mean, I can guess what they did, but I would rather see a snippet because then we know for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
So the last meeting was, there was one last week as well, right?
I missed to update the notes.
Oh, that's fine. So this one probably has some dates then. This 6th of April is probably the last meeting, right? So this one has only have updates since. Ah, wait, no, this one. The saga continued. Also this one. Ah, Ronnie is such an awful piece of. Wow. Yes. Yes, this is exactly the problem. Numon, do you remember? This is exactly what we had on Bionic, right?
Yes. Yes, it was. And I fixed it in Bionic.
Mhm.
And then Kanye removed it with a bigger change. So we put this back and
Oh, it was lost in the cleanup. I see.
yeah. We already merged that
This,
PR, right?
this was a long time ago. Yes.
No, I mean this one. This one is already merged, right?
Yeah, I believe so. I'm just reading up on like all this stuff that's happening.
Oh, okay.
So because there seemed to be like it was showing that there was activity, but I think it was just PRs that referenced this stuff, and then I was just, I don't know,
Yeah.
interested. Because it was discussed at I think IPM or something, and then I mentioned that PR from a while back that you did or that we looked into in Bionic. Because
So I totally
it
forgot about
sounds really similar.
I totally forgot about this that I looked into. It was so long ago.
Yeah. No, they started to talk about Crony and that it like that they were seeing weird things with mounting, and then it was like, ooh, we looked into this. This sounds really familiar. Yeah. Okay, but then have these things been tested already or released?
So the other thing is already solving their issue. It was already merged in the stem cell 195, and that was instead of doing a system D restart for Crony, they now do Crony C reload.
Mhm.
But before Crony is started, system D starts Crony. So it basically already mounts it already mounts it maybe sometimes into that namespace for the Farfika data store.
Yeah, so you can still run into that issue, right, without these changes.
Yeah, so now the actual thing is fixed, but the duct tape that was solving this issue as well is also already in here. So
But
it's
the duct
basically
tape, is the duct tape fixing it like, is it still flaky because is there still like a race condition with the duct tape? Or like
no,
does
we have seen that once this is done, it's fixed for everyone.
okay, so it means like reloading Crony also releases the mounts.
Yes.
Mm.
So it's basically, yeah, it's a two. So we actually solved the problem now instead of then.
But then we should probably reverse the duct tape, or was that also
Yeah,
done?
I asked that to Joseph and he said no. So
Okay.
this discussion with him and he said no, because that's what's helping already. So
Yeah, but
and I even
but
want
is that only done when is the restart done? Is it like done during Bootstrap or something, or like is it also done?
so when the VM starts, it starts via system D, and then it will basically stuck. It will creeps into that location. That namespace. It will use that. What is it? The namespace or the I do it.
This one.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter. It works both. I think Crony reload sources is maybe even cleaner.
Okay.
But we at least should also fix the inaccessible paths. So.
Yeah. But then it seems like that issue can be closed, right? Without these changes.
Yes, once we kept this open because we just wanted to know if the other PRs merged, and that's merged now. So basically, you can close this. Oh yeah, for the stem cells do not contain AMI in South Cape Town and the other location. I can enable it pretty easily.
Mhm.
I just need an okay from a review, like I did last time for the other region. So
There's probably a cost involved. Is there? Like,
for the AMIs,
yeah, and
Yes.
the storage cost is quite significant, right, for those because it grows.
well, we clean them up now.
Mhm.
We don't do anything else there, so
Why is Bionic 1.1 there?
because they're probably deploying in that region.
No, here he's saying that only like Bionic 1.1, only that specific release. is
Yeah.
in there.
And that's because for the older, when it was still in the pivotal AWS count, those regions were probably all enabled.
I see. Okay, so the Xenial ones are also in these.
Yeah. I think so. If Bionic was, then I think Xenial is there too. Because in our CI scripts, we basically check which regions do we have access to, and we use all those regions to copy the AMIs. Yeah.
I see. Good stuff, right. Um,
No, that's South Africa. Yeah, that's South Africa. Right?
what was the other region? ME.
AF. Okay, AF and me. Don't see that. No, now it's probably not enabled there.
And he said for the Bionic one, right? No. Machine is almost dying. Um,
Yeah, no, it's not enabled there.
no, I know it's not.
It's specifically 1.1.
I know.
Basically the first Bionic.
That one doesn't exist. Oh, it's this one. Probably.
Could be that it was the beta ones which we had. No, it's back. No, it's not that one file.
Manifest.
No. Stem cell enough, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Not there as well.
AP salt.
Or AP site, is that?
No, it was AF.
He was AF. Yeah.
But the 1.1 was probably the beta. Oh no, that was 0 point something. Huh.
I mean, I'm not against it. I just want to like. It would be nice if we find some like previous use of these things. Make it easier to approve. And
Your headset is striking again, but Ramon has good ears. Your headset is striking again somehow.
is it better now?
Yes.
That's
I
just
was
horrible.
impressed how Ramon was hearing everything.
Okay. Yeah, my headset gradually goes and mutes me over time. Like it doesn't say so, it just makes me quieter and quieter.
Seems like a nice feature.
Yeah, it's definitely nice. I really appreciate the feature. Okay, I think that's it, right?
Yeah, all the other ones are really old now. All these issues pending review. Yeah, maybe we should go over that for one time, and not today, but another
Not
time.
today. Today is not the day.
Today is not today. So yeah, yeah, Ruben, Ellie, and two others are basically are going to work on the stem cell topics from the SAP side, and
Okay.
I hope after that, once they get a bit more familiar with it, they can continue with the all the open source BOSH related stuff. But it's the future.
Yes. So they
Like-
would need to start become reviewers and then maybe approvers and stuff like that, because otherwise they cannot do that.
Yeah,
right?
and we also need to check if I don't know what the things are now to give them access to the pipelines, etc.
They need to work the ranks, I guess. Like
Yeah.
that's the idea. So they would need to start as, I mean, contributors or members of the org. So basically all the roles that are outlined in the working group charter or the TOC, right? They would need to go through those roles, and then they eventually can end up in that stem cell maintainers area in the working group. I think that's what gives them access to concourse.
Yeah, so we need to work on that and how we can handle this quickly for them. Basically, I don't know how quick this can be taken care of.
I mean, there's quite a lot of like they would need a lot of reviews and stuff to be done by
Yeah.
them before they can even get that role, right? They need to show like contributions in the org.
Yeah, so I don't know what the current roles are and what.
Okay, I mean I can
I'm
share
been on
like
this for way too long. I have way too much rights. I know.
I know, right? So yeah. So what they would need to do is there's this org, no, TOC roles. I mean, yeah, they would start as member, because I don't think they are a member, so they need to sign the CLA.
This is done already.
They did
I see
that,
already. So I think
but they need to file it.
he already created the PR for documentation changes in the stem cell. Who cares?
Okay, so then they would qualify as this, so they can start making a PR against the community repo to get them on the list, I guess, right? So there's the no, that's org, and then there is the contributors. Yeah, so they need to add themselves to this through PR, and then they will be org members. And then they can probably quickly become reviewers. And at that point, we can start assigning reviews to them in the working group. And then they need to be active on those PRs so that they can get the appropriate number of this, right? This is what they eventually need.
But they don't have to be a prover for having access to the CI, right?
They do,
Yeah.
right? Because there's
You just be of the team. The group.
yeah, but the teams are or managed through the org automation, which is managed through this, right? So there's foundation infrastructure, and then there's stem
cell release engineering.
engineer. Yes, so these are all the approvers there, right? So if they want to become an approver here, they would have to go through, get approver status, which is this. They would have to go get this done.
Okay. Okay, I will. Yeah, we'll check that.
Yeah, and then there's probably like the access to the GitHub account or the Google GCP accounts and stuff, but we don't even have a process for that.
That's just
like
basically
the access.
Asking me, and I will invite you.
Yeah, but I don't know. We probably want some due diligence there because it is quite I mean,
Yeah,
the access, if you have access there and you don't know what you're doing, you can screw up things pretty badly. So
yeah.
yeah, I'm a bit worried, right? Like giving new people without any like experience on all these things access to these pretty critical accounts.
Yeah, you're right.
So
But for stem cells that should not have access to the GCP accounts, basically.
no, they shouldn't. Like the first step would be being able to access the concourse pipelines, but that for that they would need this stuff to be done, right? And then I mean, you are currently also helping with maintaining the concourse install itself, right? And for that we don't even have a process, and I'm also not that comfortable with giving that permission. at this point.
Yeah, okay, but yeah, currently Matthias and
Matthias is a reviewer, right? He's not even a approver yet.
no? Oh, okay.
We have in stem cell release engineering, I think 2-3 SAP colleagues. So
Yeah,
we have
that's
here
okay.
Matthias.
Yeah, Max.
Max, Matthias.
Is Matthias also
Matthias.
there?
Yeah, Matthias is reviewer in Bosch.
Yeah, he's reviewer, but not approver.
And,
Yeah, you can see Matthias in on
Oh
the-
yeah, here he is. Yes.
yeah, and
Matthias.
Jurich, and I think Jurich can also be removed because he's, I don't know what he's doing there.
Shilpa and
Shilpa
Ansh.
also, so these are all SAP from the SAP Bosch team.
Yeah, so if they are not working on this anymore, then they should be removed.
Yeah.
Maybe someone can make a PR for that.
Yeah, we'll discuss with Max next week when he's, I don't know if he's back next week or the week after that.
Mhm.
We'll have some discussion.
Yeah, I don't know what the timeline is for all of this, but like,
Well,
it
I'm
probably takes
kicked out
some time.
at the end of April, so it's all going a bit fast now.
Yeah,
So yeah. We
yeah. I
just,
mean, like this will take some time, right, to get this all approved properly.
okay. Yep. Then I know enough.
Okay, thanks.
Well, see you
Any more
next week.
questions? Yep. See ya.
See ya.
See you.
Bye.
Take
See
care.
you. Bye.
Bye.